Hello, everyone. It's time for another episode of A Walk with the Warhawks. Today's show is presented by Raising Cane's, located on South Clack Street right here in Abilene. Stop by and get some chicken. Raising Cane's, a proud partner of McMurry Athletics and of A Walk with the Warhawks. I'm Mike Ezekiel, the host of the show, and today's guest is from the women's basketball team, sophomore Trinity Meador. Trinity, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. It's a good Tuesday. Well, this will air on Wednesday, but today is Tuesday, and it's been a good week so far. I hope your week has been good as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like you're coming to us from your dorm room?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us. And the first question we'll ask you, just to kind of right off the bat, it seemed like last year, women's basketball seemed to be the only sport not affected by COVID. We got to finish the year pretty normal, pretty standard. But now that we're kind of in the preseason, heading into a new season, there's a lot of uncertainty on when the season might start. I'm sure workouts and practices are a little weird with COVID. Just talk about, how are you and the team kind of preparing for the season, and how's that process been for you?
Well, it's been pretty wild, but we've got lots of unknowns ahead of us. But Coach Rose and Coach West have both been very good at leading and helping us just get to where we need to be and preparing us for the upcoming season. But as a team, we just take it day by day and work hard when we get the chance together and just get where we need to be for our first game.
And that first game hopefully could be an exhibition as early as November, maybe in December. We don't know. We don't have that answer yet, but it sounds like you guys are going to be ready when that time comes. But Trinity, let's talk about, just last season we had two seniors both graduate, Sarah Doherty and Skylar Reyna. And now we have a pretty young team, a lot of freshmen and sophomores on this team. So as a sophomore yourself, you've kind of been asserted into a leadership role. And what is that like for you so early in your career to be in this position?
Pretty scary, but I'm just trying to do my best. But I really love to help people, especially my teammates, in any way that's possible. And I'm just trying to be there for everybody and help take the load off of the crazy things that are going on in the world right now.
Absolutely. And, with this young team, it's so good that when you walk around campus, you see a lot of the McMurry players always together with women's basketball. You always see the sophomores and freshmen hanging out and mingling a lot and being together. What's it been like trying to build team chemistry through this with a new team and this whole situation we're dealing with?
I'd say it's been going more than I would ever believe it could. It's been great. Everybody just seems to get along really well, and we just mesh so well as a team together so far.
And that's great to hear. And Trinity, personally for you, you were one of the primary threats behind the arc for the team last year, a great three-point shooter. Is there any aspects of your game that maybe you worked on a little more than others through the offseason?
My defensive game, I'm trying to, even right now in preseason, that's what I'm trying to focus on right now. And my abilities in the paint, just so I can help relieve some pain for our big girls down low, our centers. So I'm hoping just be able to help them out down there.
Looking forward to seeing this team get on the court. It's going to be an exciting year with a young team, a lot of new players, but also a lot of familiar faces that you'll see next year. So I guess in your mind, Trinity, what's kind of the goal for this team, and what would you hope to do, I guess, moving forward with this team?
Well, I guess we can all agree that we want to go farther than we did last year, but my hopes are high, and I know everybody else's are, and I see great things in our future.
Yeah, it should be an exciting year. We're excited for it. But Trinity, with that, are you ready now for rapid fire?
Yep.
All right, rapid fire. The very first hard-hitting question I got to ask you, because this was a topic of conversation among my group this morning. What's the longest that you've went without having a haircut? Because for me, I feel like I need a haircut. Some people may disagree, but I feel like I've went 6 months without a haircut at one time. How about you?
Probably way longer than that. I bet I've gone a year.
Wow. You just let it grow.
Yep.
All right. So as an athlete growing up, you probably played sports all of your life, even up to the college level. What's been your favorite moment as an athlete, past or present?
I've got quite a few, but I would have to say last year I had many, but I was very thankful for the college opportunity. But last year it was a home game, Louisiana College. We were down the entire first half and came back in the second half with Sarah hitting 6 threes, and we won by 15.
That was probably my favorite moment from that entire year. That team, I believe you guys went on a 16-2 run in the second half. It was amazing. Sarah was hot. The team was playing well. That was a good moment, and hoping for more of that next year. In fact, I believe that game helped us start 7-1, so that was big.
It was.
Yeah. All right. So, do you have any hobbies that maybe surprise people?
I enjoy hunting and fishing.
Okay, I did not know that. I guess is there a lot of that in Huckabee, Texas, or do you have to drive away to do that?
Yeah, quite a bit from where I am from, yes.
Okay. Have you ever hunted outside the state of Texas?
Nope,
No,
not yet.
not yet. So it's on the plan for you.
It is on the list.
All right, sounds good. Okay, so let's just talk about that real quick. Okay, just kind of sticking with the topic. So if you had to go somewhere outside of Texas, maybe either to hunt just for a visit or even just to live, what would it be other than Texas?
Colorado or Michigan?
Two very different places.
Yes.
Okay, so why both of those?
Well, I like cold areas, and we would always go to Colorado for our vacation, so I know little spots up there, but maybe one day I'll move there.
Yeah, and then Michigan's just for the cold weather.
Yep. It's
Okay.
pretty.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, who's your favorite athlete of all time and why?
Dirk.
Really?
I like the Mavs.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't be shocked. Is there anything about Dirk's game that you've kind of modeled your game after?
I don't know. My dad, we always grew up watching him, so kind of in my blood to like him.
He's also very classy off the court, so I feel like you have a lot of that as well. All right. So if you're going back home, because you're from Huckabee, Texas, pretty close to Stephenville, but if you're going home just for the weekend and mom said, you know what, you get whatever you want for dinner, what are you picking?
Well, cooking might not be her favorite thing, but when she does, it's always great, but probably chicken and dumplings.
Chicken and dumplings. Oh, that sounds great. Do you do a lot of the cooking or what do
Yes,
you
if I'm at home, I like to bake.
You like to bake? Okay, what's your favorite thing to bake?
Socket to me cake. Yes. It's a home recipe. My grandma.
Do we get any insight on this recipe or is it a secret?
It's a secret.
All right. What can you at least tell me what it tastes like? Because I've actually never heard of that in my life.
It's like a cinnamon pound cake, but sweeter.
Okay. That sounds very good. Okay. So tell grandma to make an extra one next time you come back. Okay. Awesome. All right. So Trinity, you're majoring in criminology. You'll obviously graduate in a couple years. That's a long way off, I'm sure, in your head right now. But when you graduate, what do you plan to do?
Well, I plan on going to Hamilton, Texas, and attending the game warden training facility.
Where's Hamilton?
Past Hyco. It's like an hour from Stephenville.
Okay, that helps. Okay.
Yeah.
So just slightly southeast of here, I would assume. Okay. Still learning the Texas geography. Okay, so you want to become a game warden. What kind of led you to that? Obviously, I'm sure it's the hunting that you did growing up.
My grandfather. He's what sold me.
Really? So is he a game warden as well, or?
No, but he's my hunting partner, so yeah.
I'm sure you learned a lot of life lessons doing that with your granddad, and game warden could be a good career for you. So that sounds exciting. Trinity, last question I want to ask you today is, what's your favorite thing about McMurry?
The people. Everybody is just beyond kind, loving atmosphere.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that, and you're a big part of that as well. We see you around campus. You're always encouraging, and, I think it's unanimous. Everybody that comes on the show, they say their favorite thing about McMurray is the people, and it's hard to deny that. But Trinity, once again, thank you for joining the show. Is there anything else we need to cover today?
I don't think so, but thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on. The only other thing I need from you is probably to send me that recipe for that cake. Sock it to me cake, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of A Walk with the Warhawks. For Trinity Meador, I'm Mike Ezekiel.